trouble.
As much as I hate to admit it. Well, provided you don't screw up the... Lucky for you, my side of the program that Masako had me...
Bring your alibi!
It will also be interspersing an array of files that will say Masako was heavily involved.
Someone's asking, can Cole make a cameo on stream?
Colby's the dog?
Yeah.
No, that ship sailed. I would have had to bring him today.
It'll ruin her career.
You guys dress like
The public's
straight
outrage
Sith.
and demand
I
for
like
her
it.
job
That's why I
will be
dress
enough
Mike
to
like
sway even Dalton himself.
It's like the coolest fashion,
Now
for
here's
sure.
everything you need.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Simon's
ugly-ass
passcode,
fashion in
Your
this game.
operative suit.
A lot of ugly-ass
the overseer
outfits.
program.
I hate when I walk
bulky
in.
outfits, too.
Yeah. I hate when I see a lot of people dressed like me. I'm like, oh man.
With roof entry and
I thought this was a cool suit.
So that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this.
See, like, what the fuck? I crouched into this vent and that man immediately sees me. Like, what's the point of fucking trying to stealth anything?
They want you putting points in stealth.
Well, now they're gonna get bullets in their fucking heads. Hello, are you mad at me? All right.
Hello. Did you... Ah, yes. From Lumen Inter... Once you arrive, you'll want to talk to Ellis Ortiz.
Let's see if this blows up in my face. And I gotta kill a bunch of people. It's me, everybody. Mike. I mean, this is too good of a shot not to, let's just get in here. Give Mike something to remember his moments by, Put on the suit.
Oh man, this looks so evil.
Mike, open your eyes!
That happens to be a lot, dude. My guys blink a lot during their screenshots.
Teaching people.
So here's the thing. I know you all want to be fiscally responsible. You don't have to, all right? Buy whatever you want. I need you all to repeat after me. Swipe the card. Listen here, Scott. You have to use the ant, Scott. Use the ant, Scott.
Great.
All right, Mr. Ortiz. A lot of upstarts. When was the last time you heard the word upstart? Like,
I feel recent enough to where I'm not like, oh, that's a weird word.
oh, really? Because I feel like upstart had its time before the pandemic, and I don't really hear of many like, oh yeah, I'm working at an upstart in San Francisco, or
That's a startup.
that's what I meant. It's funny.
An upstart, yeah, like you're a rookie, you know.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, I haven't heard of startups. You don't hear as much about.
That's the one. My bad.
But then these guys don't know that I'm that guy.
They don't know why.
But then
he
when I
turned on
started
the
going down the stairwell there, they flipped out. So maybe the guy's okay. He's back.
light. I saw a message on the top right that said you're currently trespassing. Oh,
There we go. Oh, did it work?
I'm scrolling back. I'm seeing Char 6 over here. Yeah, sorry, homie. I don't see it. Von Diesel 31 months says it's not a 10 out of 10 game, but I'm having a 10 out of 10 time. That's what it's all about, Von Diesel. Use the scanner, Scott. Scott, my name is Michael Douglas, Scott. And if you use the ants, you can go back in time with the ants to make sure I don't get cancer in my throat from eating too much pussy, Scott.
That's how it happened.
That's how it
Zeta
happened.
Jones.
My wife, Catherine Zeta-Jones, loves when I... Every night, she says, "Hun, the food's ready. Scott, the food's ready." And I go downstairs. It's not dinner time.
Jesus Christ! This is graphic.
Did you become Batman yet?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The bounty hunter suit I have is better though, it turns out.
The bounty hunters.
Yeah. I like well, you won't see it actually. Well, yeah, you will. Hold on, do this.
You hit third person.
Look at that.
Huh.
Looking like the boba.
I was thinking more Doom guy.
Also true.
Backpack looks so stupid on you though.
Yeah, well, do it for the stats,
Most
man.
of them do.
Like if I'm the bad
Stats.
guy and I'm looking at you, I'm like, take off that mantis backpack. It looks
like when-
stupid.
Listen, you can kill me.
Yeah.
But before you do, take that shit off. You look like an idiot.
It's like Rocket, reacting to laser phase,
Yeah.
Taser phase.
Probably look like
Nailed it, Greg.
And I just I don't know. Too many games.
Sorry.
There's a too many games emote in chat right now also.
Too many games. I got too many games. I don't say it like lightly, but Tim and Bussy suck.
Oh.
They were the ones saying they never seen it.
Oh man. That was gonna be criticism for Reese or
I don't know. Restream, great program, full of great people.
I endorse everything.
Kind of funny, just dirt bags on dirt bags, you know.
Give Mike my love when he comes back tonight.
We'll do. I'm not gonna tell Mike shit.
Tell him, he hasn't left yet, Greg.
Fuck it, I would never say anything from Barrett. Me smooth, just like my peanut butter.
I like. Oh fucking Christ!
I don't know if you remember, earlier I dropped through no problem. So I was like, oh, that's easy.
It seems like you just kind of got insanely lucky that first time.
Yeah. I'll take it. Let's try it again then.
Yeah, the photo of Insane Mike is the screenshot. Like, are you supposed to just be able to drop through there?
I don't know. I mean, I took some damage, so it's like, I'm sure not. You know.
It doesn't seem like you're supposed to.
It's a video.
Oh no, the mantis.
I honestly, let's just be straight up. Mike is not the mantis. Mike did not put on the outfit. He did not adapt to it. He is not doing things for the good of people. He's still being dirtbag.
I mean, who the hell is this mantis? You know, I'm not trying to be this mantis. You know, the mantis, you gotta follow the rules.
Yeah, Mike is
You
not.
got the ship. I don't know how to fucking pilot this ship.
And again, that's what I love about that mission is like I feel so many people will play that and be like, whatever. And like I was like, this is my game now. This is who I am. The jig's
You
up.
don't want to see what that purple thing is?
There we go. It's contraband. So I could take it, but then I'm gonna have to sell it to
Is
that.
it?
Yeah. It's
Contraband has a yellow icon.
Well, it's got the red. It'd be stolen goods. So it's like,
Oh, but they don't know if you stole it.
they'll take it back, and then when you get arrested, they'll take back your stolen stuff. What the fuck is going on? What? Sir, there's corrosive gas happening trying to kill somebody, clearly me. Do you have the key I need? Only one way to find out. Click, click, boom! I want to see him on the stereo.
This is the best video game of all time.
But now, do you have the key I need, sir? I need to get to R&D.
Oh man!
Ah!
Oh, he's shorted. Throw a nade! Boom, suckers. That's a beefy boy.
Yeah, well now we're playing on hard.
Oh shit! Lung damage.
This whole thing's gone pear-shaped.
Your
I know all of it, Andy. I know.
Your lungs are gonna be nice to show to students in like a science class.
Yo,
like,
this is why we don't use Agent Orange anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Like this one guy got exposed to it. What was he doing? He was trying to break into a business and he kept missing this jump.
Surely not this time.
Well, we jumped to it before. Now we're crouching. Ah! Okay.
Ooey.
Oh, Papacito!
Oh man, here we go. A little platform.
I'm gonna get back to the other people and just be like, went flawless. Just like we drew it up. Remember those really complicated plans I did not pay attention to? Exactly like
Went
that.
great, by the way.
We crushed it left and right. Nobody had any problem with it.
Uh-oh.
I can turn the turrets off. Can I turn off the
Too
gas?
difficult. No, this could be the end.
No, we're gonna survive. Don't worry about that.
This health is not healthing enough. Oh man.
Not helping enough.
Your health it looked like in Overwatch when somebody's healing you, but you're getting killed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just moving. Level 44. Oh my god. Holy shit! That's gonna be a closed casket funeral. Like, I'm sorry, man. We cannot show you this fucking pile of meat.
Yo, it looks like cheeseburgers.
Man, just to be clear.
I mean, he might be he's either the bravest or the dumbest some bitch I ever met. There's like a Gatling gun to the face.
If your company had a lunch and you ordered a lot of Buffalo Wild Wings, and at the end you threw all the leftover wings and meat into a big bucket, you would not be able to
That's how your
distinguish
husband looked, yeah.
between your husband or this pile of meat. Mean Gar gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Mean Gar. Appreciate you very, very much. More support. Elemental Q subscribing with Prime. Thank you, Elemental Q.
We did it our way.
A little bit random, 25 months. Great effort on the marathon stream. Thank you, a little bit random. Shout out to Mike, who's hopefully sleeping.
He better be. God damn it! If it's I'm watching right now. I'm having a good
I'll be
time.
fine. I'll be fine. Sappy, I'll be good. Plump and Nest.
She's plump.
Subscribing
She's
with
plump.
Prime. Another first monther. Gondig or Gandhi G. I also didn't tell my friend Alex that I was dropping it one of the times.
Yeah.
And he was so pissed off at me when he walked into my room and was like, "Hey, we going to class?" And I was like, "I dropped it, dude." And he was like, "What the fuck? I would have dropped it too. Why didn't you tell me?" I betrayed his ass.
Was it too late for him to do?
Nah, he ended up doing it anyway.
Well, guys, we did it. Everything's too difficult for this idiot. Space Mike.
$5 hype chat says, "Is he sleeping comfortably close or comfortable? And comfortable or butt naked in the backseat of his car?" He is not butt naked in his car right now with a blanket draped over himself. Luckily.
Mike sat alone in a naked car.
I was watching when it was 5 a.m. over there, and he was in Struggle City. Hope he rests up.
Mike was.
I'm sure his body couldn't handle not, like, trying to be awake, you know? Because when you've been up for that long, it's pretty effortless. You fight it all you want. You lay in bed and you're out immediately.
And we just walk out. Covered in blood. I'm coughing. I smell like tear gas. Just like, hello, how is everybody?
Prime position to report on the big stories that affect the United
This guy
Colonies.
sucks.
I don't know who he is.
Can I help you?
Oh.
He's the hotshot journalist.
Oh.
Well, I'll be the judge.
But you go
of that.
talk to the little baddie at the desk,
What's
and
this
she's like,
so-called story
this,
about?
this Baron guy, he gets the credit for it. He doesn't, like, ever give credit to anybody else
Gotcha.
for all the work that we do.
I'll take a look.
So I've been
I don't
feeding
suppose you want to
the
tell
little
me
baddie at the desk a lot of stuff that I've been doing. Like, hey, here's some stories for you.
Yeah.
By the way, this is happening over here.
Well,
She's like,
you can't
thank
blame
you.
me
Journalism
for
is
trying.
important, and we like
Is there
local
a
journalism. We
name?
can't let people
Is
Is
forget
this true? This is real?
that there's yeah.
Oh, I should have been
Like
doing
corruption in this, you know.
Why am I not?
And
As
Andy,
long as
Madden
the
24 or
evidence is
Starfield?
adequate and verifiable.
Depends on what type
Now,
of gameplay you
if
like.
You'll excuse me.
No promises, but yes, like
We're recording
99%
it.
sure.
We've
Yes.
said that. We said it publicly. We're recording it. So
Yeah.
hopefully something will be.
I just don't want something to break and then people
Of
get
course.
mad, you know.
I'm sick of these fucking people being mad all the time.
I know. He doesn't mean that shit.
Wrong. The execution matters just
Alright,
as much.
Masako.
Something you should have learned by now. All the tools at your disposal, and yet here we are.
30 people and you're burned all over your body.
Attempting to use the internal neuroenzyme.
You walked in, you're just cooked. Your face is so charred.
And yet not useful enough to avoid a body count? Still, it's good to know the applications are proving themselves. So now it's just a waiting game for SSN.
I hate
to
this because
break
I always
the
think
news.
social security number.
Yeah.
Once the story airs,
I'm like
we have another
4'6",
board meeting
2'5".
scheduled.
Just give it right away.
Say it all.
Infinity. Go ahead, babe.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Journalism, bro.
Yes, thank you.
The murders are believed to be linked to a new investigation where Drexler would have been accused of numerous violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated
He's been
mining
suspended
station
for a
in
week
Camden Clinic.
with no
Both
pay.
locations are believed to hold numerous victims.
They're promising an
Drexler's
internal
motivation
investigation.
appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor.
The independent
The details
investigator,
of the project itself have
his
yet
son.
to be confirmed, but it's believed that Masako Imada, CEO of Ryujin Industries, may be involved. A series of communications
That can't
between
be.
Drexler and Imada were discovered, where she encouraged Drexler to ignore approval guidelines for human trials. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Impossible. You set me up.
Impossible. Kakarot.
We're just gonna. I don't like her.
And you freely admit it. My next question would be, who put you up to this?
She's just looking off in disbelief, chat. Oh, never mind.
Any CEO can be aggressive. The real question is,
Well, I have a
how
double-barrel
strategic
shotgun in
they
my
are.
pocket right now.
Assuming I know exactly how this situation came about, I have only a few things to say. Should Ularu run this company, the reputation of Ryujin Industries will change dramatically.
She did hear me.
Her unchecked tactics will be heavy-handed, involving murder without question of both the innocent and the guilty. Ryujin may gain financial success, but the percentage is not worth the real cost.
Hey, Gardamus Prime and Kel FC.
Oh, look, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna use my
Ooh, manipulate, yeah.
But she's... It's
Shouldn't have given
true.
me a neural implant, should you?
Ularu's always put
It's on you.
Ryujin first, and I can't argue that. Even with her aggressive tactics, she'll keep Ryujin at the top for decades to come. I encourage you to speak to the board members. We'll be having the meeting shortly to
I wanna be the
determine the
CEO.
fate of Infinity Ltd. And now I
manipulate everybody,
imagine
make me the CEO?
myself as CEO.
That'd
we
be cool.
must receive at least 50%
Would you hire
of
me?
the vote.
Yeah, sure.
I trust you'll be able to sway them to make the right decisions.
Can I be the receptionist? 'Cause I was a really good receptionist. I worked at the car dealership.
Yeah, they liked you, right? You're popular.
Oh, they loved me. Oh, everybody loved me.
You got that bubble.
I was drawing cartoons of everybody, and yeah, the main guy who worked there, allegedly pretty big cokehead.
Allegedly, I like that.
Yeah, I'd always draw him like super like coked out, and he didn't like that. He didn't like that was one bit.
Sure.
Zabe Kill, thanks for 18 months of support, and Black Queso,
I take it
26
Masako
months.
wasn't as pleased to hear the SSNN broadcasts as she thought she'd be.
I ever tell you about when Quinn Snyder got mad at me?
No.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Coach of the Jazz now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But former Mizzou Tigers coach.
Yeah.
So the Antlers every week go to Tiger Talk, which is like the radio show live. I think it's in Wild. I have no idea. Back in my day, it was at this bar called Harpo's, where they would do the live broadcast there in the dining room when everybody would sit there and drink and hang out and watch, right, and whatever. And so every week the Antlers are there drinking, eating burgers, watching Quinn Snyder talk about the basketball team to Mike Kelly, bang, the voice of the Missouri Tigers. And every week we would have, and they did it for football too, but every week we would have my friend Noonan from Illinois call in with a seeded question about the Antlers, where he would mention the Antlers.
Hello?
So he'd always call in, it's Patrick from Illinois. Hey guys, just want to give, thanks for having me. I want to give a shout out to the Antlers. We'd all go crazy, and then he'd ask a question that we would text Noonan that he would then call in for, because they weren't allowed to say Antlers anymore, so somebody else had to say Antlers. So they couldn't stop a call, obviously. So it became a running gag that, like, you know, they knew Patrick from Illinois, they knew what he was going to do, and they loved him because obviously this is a fucking radio show about college sports. They're happy to have anybody interested, right? But one week Noonan wrote in, or called in, I should say, and I forget what the question was, and he ad-libbed a bit, and he made some joke or reference that was like, on the line or whatever. And so afterwards, we were all getting up to leave, and Quinn Snyder came over. I was in charge of the Antlers at the time. He's like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, yeah, no problem. And he's like, I just, I feel like a line was crossed. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, we didn't tell him to say that. And he's like,
Did I
no,
lose you?
your cartoon in the paper. And I, in the school paper, drew a comic strip called The Adventures of Gary and Quinn.
Right.
It was The Adventures of Gary Pinkle and
What a weird
Quinn
pass you have.
Snyder, the football coach and basketball coach. And what I put in the paper, not like, just, there was a rumor that I imagine is pretty true, that Quinn Snyder was having an affair with his wife with one of the players' girlfriends. And I put that in the comics.
Why would you do that? that?
And he always, I was like, yo, like, what is my wife and kids supposed to think when they see this? And I'm a 20-year-old kid or whatever. I'm like, I didn't say anything, but I'm like, why is your wife and your 2-year-old baby reading the student newspaper? This rag nobody cares about or whatever, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm sorry, blah, blah, you know what I mean? It was like a 2-second, like, he was like, hey, this is fucked up. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Didn't deny it, though. And they're divorced now, so. Was I right? Was I doing journalism? I probably was doing journalism right there.
I mean, like, it'd be one thing if it was the rival coach. It's the coach of your own fucking school. What is wrong with you?
You know what I mean?
That is psychotic.
And that's the thing, too, is like, it wasn't even a funny joke. You know what I mean? Like, it was literally like, this thing, something else, well, I hear you're having an affair with one of the classes.
What is wrong with you?
All right, back to Starfield.
That is so
Did I lose you?
I would have been like, "What? Fucking get this kid out of school."
Oh, he didn't have that much power.
She knows I'm the only one that could
That
make
is
the songs.
incredible.
I think he was on the. We're on the
And
downslide
now
then.
she's going to have some serious
Never accuse
regrets
Greg
about
of being
holding
biased
us
about
up
anything.
Which brings
I'll do
me
anything for
back
the joke.
to you.
Is the joke
Masako
funny? I
wants
don't
us
care.
to acquire
I'm just gonna do it.
the LTD, which is obviously
Holy
not
shit.
on my list of things to do. I need you to persuade the board members otherwise, and make sure they're on our side when I move to vote Masako.
Send Nuggies. Thank you for gifting 10 subscriptions. Massive. Loyal
You
Freak,
don't think
Bench
I've
V
weighed
gifted out
those
subs.
possibilities?
And Poison
Actually,
Skittles.
Perhaps I was a little over.
Resubscribe for 3
Being
months.
able to pick and choose the talent as I see fit.
I've been
does have plenty of
debating a lot about the
benefits.
3.
And I could
about-
hold the garnered good faith over
You know,
Viv for years to
You do this 3, but it's white
All
power.
right, I'm convinced.
And it's
If
like,
this
should we
turns
take
into
back
a
the white
mistake,
power?
No. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
You know
But
what I
like, okay, so I'm not gonna do it, but it's the okay sign, right?
internal
I think if you turn it this way and
Well,
do it,
I'm
you're still
doing it.
doing.
Is it okay?
You're still doing the Dudley's 3D. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
Okay.
like you turn the hand
Like,
the other
yeah,
way.
yeah. White nationalists took. We gotta take back the white power, by the way. But like,
I figured as
doing
much.
this 3 has
It's
always
hard
hurt my
to
hand.
resist the
It just
lure of
doesn't feel
having so
comfortable.
much
No, and
control
no one
over
thinks to
it.
do that. Yeah.
It just kind of
With
feels weird.
Masako out of the way and the
So I think
internal
the
neuron
shocker is the way to
finally
go
ready
now.
for
Okay.
production, Ryujin
Are we still
thinks
worried
to
about the
resolve
hand sign
this
for
life.
fucking white power?
Or at least
Like, there's so.
until I retire.
I go back to when we had this conversation. I feel years ago. Just
I think we take it
why
back.
exactly? I'm not giving this up because what's next? They take
Yeah.
the middle finger. I can't do the middle
It's
finger.
the same with Pepe the Frog.
Yep.
And it's like, no, fuck that. Pepe the Frog is ours, okay? The creator of Pepe was like, fuck that. I don't want it to be, you know. And on Twitch, I love Pepe Frog emotes. We took it back. What happened with Pepe? Well, Pepe was like, ended up becoming a.
What didn't happen to Pepe?
There was a subreddit called Friend World, FREN.
If operation starts to bore you, let me know.
Which sucks because like some people would be like, "Hey, friends," and that's how they would spell friend. It's like a cute way.
Not seeing any
But then
temporal
friend-
memory flashes or
FREN, far right ethno nationalist, and Friend World
well,
was a
at
lot
least
of
tell me what you think of the neural map.
awful people using Pepe memes.
Yeah.
Super awful, like racist type shit going on in this subreddit. And immediately got like taken down after, not immediately. It was like up there for at least a
I hope
month.
you're not actually suggesting that the technology.
But all the Pepe memes, and that's how it all kind of started. Like, oh, Pepe is like a symbol of like hate. And it's like, no,
Fine,
man, he's a
fine.
fucking Twitch
Make your case.
emote.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
ours. Give it to us.
No, I'm definitely not sure about risking my career over this. Well, this conversation's made me feel. But you're right. In a perfect world,
Persuasion.
tech like this is used for good.
It sucks.
But this world
It's
is
not
far
cool.
from perfect.
It sucks, man. I love using persuasion in Baldur's Gate. Like, I love it. I just don't like it here.
Yeah, I get it, okay? No, I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. It's not on the meeting agenda, so we just have to hope the other. So the next
Hey, that's
question
Comics
is,
gifted 5
what
subs.
will
Hey!
the LTD do?
I really want to play Starfield. Is it the game Xbox and its fans wanted / need it to be?
No. Okay.
game I want.
So DeMarcus
Yeah.
and I have really been
I think
looking
it's,
forward to it. So fingers crossed this deal goes
Everybody's
through.
like, hey,
I know Masako will be
this
pushing
is what
for
you
the
expect it to
acquisition.
be. The big Bethesda RPG in space. That's the best way to put it.
Sure.
I still can't get over everything that maybe a change of leadership is needed in order to. And I have no doubt that Ulara.
Oral
would
Sanchez,
keep
thanks for
my
gifting out a sub.
Well,
Thank you, everybody,
this
for
has certainly been the
supporting.
most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do.
Be lying.
Don't tell me. Masako wants to make
So,
sure
yeah.
I'm still on her side
Yeah,
after
you
SSNN
don't-
dropped this media bomb on us.
She looks like she's
And I
on
don't have an
the like
agenda.
this is like her last thing
Look,
before she
I know
tells us
Masako
she's
sent
like
you.
a demon.
She
You know what I
knows
mean?
I
Like
want
she's
to
like
steal
she
this
has
She forces
we're like
Tied
we're
to
pre-exorcism.
Yeah.
She's trying. She's about to stop trying to blend in.
Reinforces the narrative. It's gonna be a hard sell to make this look good.
She looks like, what's her name? Naomi Campbell?
Aren't
Yeah.
you the flatterer?
She looks like Naomi
Right, of
Campbell.
course. I've certain. All right. I suppose you've earned the right.
People
So
also
let's hear
search
it.
for, oh my god, there's so many like old like names that I remember as a kid
Now
being like,
that's a
oh, she's
delicate
so hot.
subject.
Claudia
But
Schiffer.
our competition
There's so many names in here that I just
Elle McPherson.
I have not been in my head
Coming
in
onslaught.
decades at
You're
this
right.
point.
And what's your second point
Cindy
to consider?
Crawford.
The possible backlash on tech. However, the internal neuroamp will define the next. It's not an opportunity. You're right. The moment
See what I'm
you
doing here,
violate
Andy,
your
is putting
customers'
in
trust, there's a good chance
The
they'll
one woman
never
I know
come
the
back.
least about, and not
Even
the one who
worse,
made me mad.
You push them
And then
into the
I'm
hands
trying to
of
get them not to
competitors.
use the
Well,
neural implant, so I'll
it
be the only
seems your
person. that has it.
talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative. Good talk. Maybe I'll even consult you on.
You just cut off their head.
I could just shoot them all, yeah, but like sometimes you want to use diplomacy.
Chattalorian, 5 months.
At least if you're here, you're not screwing
Thank you,
up.
Chattalorian.
Oh, you want to be a jerk too, huh?
Great, the bane of my department.
Oh wow, okay, well you're a jerk.
The bane of her department. That's messed up.
Yeah, right.
Or does that mean that she's like,
Choose your
she's like,
words.
do the voice?
Now, I can only...
Hello, I'm happy to be here again.
Look, it's the bane of our department.
All right, I could use
The
the
copy of
entertainment.
needs toner
Tell me
for
why
you.
Infiltrating
For you.
is a good asset. That's a decent argument.
It's really hot in here, isn't it? For you.
I do pride myself on solid contracts, and this one would
I
be
think it went up.
especially-
I think it's Alana's
Well,
YouTube
what do
channel,
you
Burgers.
know? I
Don't promote
talent like yours belongs in
It's
the
on-
courtroom.
Somebody's YouTube channel. Her username's like Charizard.
Don't even get me. First off, if I find out you used that device on me,
I've already used it on you, Alexis, and you
That
didn't even know.
You don't know
dumbass.
shit.
I'll do whatever
You have
I
a cool
can to
fucking
make
suit, but
sure
you don't
it's
know
either
anything.
severely delayed
I love the
or
stitching. Where'd you get
collects
this?
in storage.
Give it to me.
In an ideal situation, yes. And I suppose creating that ideal situation
I might have screwed it up.
is within my power. Now you've made it sound like a proper challenge that I can't help but accept.
1-1. That's such a good point.
Masako's lucky to have you at her disposal.
I haven't seen any NPCs with
Even
brown
if you
eyes.
are a
I think the
continual
same
thorn in
thing.
my side.
Everybody I walk to has like the most
You
crystal
may be the greatest
white,
asset aside from the
gray,
internal
light blue
neural
eyes.
Yeah.
That Ryujin. You aren't the first person to say that. She's ruthless in ways that Masako, especially after this. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful. But now, I really do need to get back to...
Hello.
I'm glad we're making an effort in our... Just the person I wanted to see. An efficient exchange. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity LT. Do you think they're worth
Brown eyes.
redemption?
Amber eyes. This dude looks good.
Yeah.
Saving the jobs of thousands is altruism. It's a financial burden. This is true. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary. Next question. What are your thoughts on SSNN's reports that Masako is allegedly connected to Lucas Drexler?
Did we confirm? I'd love to just find some dye, little dye packs, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Should the evidence hold up in court, I find it difficult to believe that our CEO...
Rad, thanks for 17 months of support. Adding to the time. Cheers. Thank you. And the Long Con.
Yes, Ulara,
Subscribing with Prime.
loyalty to
Thank you,
Ryujin.
Long Con.
I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been.
Tom CK. Thank you, Tom
It's only
CK.
dangerous to
Gifting
go-
5 subscriptions.
I think we all know our competition has yet to truly master neuro. This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
Coming down the wire on this neural one. I screwed one of them up, I think. No, hang on.
I still don't understand at all what the mechanics are of this mission. You just have to have more yeses than nos?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to sway this decision, right, of who the CEO will be, what they'll do with taking over this company, and what they'll do with the neural clamp.
Okay.
And I have the neural clamp because I volunteered.
This
I'm
meeting
sticking
should
the
prove to
implant
be
or whatever,
very
so I can manipulate them to do what I
especially
want
after
them to
that
do.
bomb SSNN.
But it seems like their idea.
I assume
Just want to verify, chat. Has anybody donated 150 bucks yet so I can buy the Starfield font? Let me know. Wing01, thanks for subscribing with Prime for the first time ever. Man, a lot of first timers. It's crazy.
If it were up to me.
Color changing is like
know
a mod
it was
you
a
can
grave
craft.
security
I'm
risk.
not sure how you get there,
Look what
but you see it as an option if you get to an apparel bench. Good to know, Christopher Anka.
You read my mind. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd, we're about to add the last thing I want.
Lowell Freak says, I'm a child on gifted subs. I got bills to
I
pay.
imagine
Lowell
you're
Freak,
looking at-
you do your
I
thing,
only
big
hope-
dog. Thank you for all of your support, as usual. Oh, it is September. You're right.
You
Subtibs!
signed against
It's
her
September.
after-
25% off subscriptions.
Perhaps if you present your argument. You'll have to do.
What's up, Fernando? How's it going?
Perhaps you're right. I owe Masako. Now,
Nailed it.
if you'll excuse me.
This is just how I
want to make
manipulate,
sure
like
I'm
Raj, when we do
prepared
team
for
meetings, we
this
have to have votes.
meeting.
I use my neural implant. We all know.
You're right. I don't think we need a window in here. I do like not having sunlight.
That's his only complaint about it. I kind of would.
It's such a weird complaint too. Because I guess
never
I've
think
just
of it.
worked at so many places
Yeah.
without like sunlight that I'm just kind of used to it by now. You know.
For me, man, like, you and me are the same. We don't need it. I don't need it outside.
Yeah.
Fuck the outside. What?
I'll tell you what though.
Yeah.
I'm really coming around to this whole like waking up with sunlight in the morning.
Oh, sure. That's, yeah, like...
Because I moved into the new bedroom,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
don't have the super blackout drapes
Yeah,
or
yeah.
curtains that I had in which is the now stream room. In the stream room, I had like double blackout curtains on both sides, and it kind of forces me to wake up now, waking up
To
with like
start
the
this
sun,
meeting, let
because I
me
can't go
just
back to
say
sleep.
that
It's a little
the
too bright, you
SSN
know.
allegations
Pretty
are
nice. I
completely
get this whole
false.
thing. I understand
And
it.
you expect
Great
us to
cam
just
worker.
believe that?
Mm-hmm.
If they're false, how did this happen?
I'll be ordering a full investigation, but I have my suspicions, which
You
I'll
go to fucking
address once
jail,
this meeting has
Masako.
concluded. Until then, I'm still
Boo!
CEO, and we'll be moving forward with this meeting to acquire Infinity Ltd.
Do you really think we want a potential criminal? One suspected of being the actual mole here, leading a crucial meeting?
Thank you
like
to
this?
Futures Nier.
In fact,
You guys are on a roll now in
I
the studio. It's some of the best
propose we
podcasts I've heard in a bit. Thanks for everything. Thank you to
Right.
Future.
together and nominate
I think we've
myself
really
to
gone to
take
a different
my
level
place.
since Nick went on vacation.
Just truly and honestly. The funny thing about this, before you pick something,
Sorry.
You can't be serious.
I'm sorry.
As much as it pains
I didn't mean
me
to nick
say
you.
it. My apologies.
What is
Masako,
this
but
camera?
if-
You know what I mean? I get it. It's supposed to be my perspective, but come on.
but again, that's the funny thing is like these are always
Dalton,
your first
you
person
can't seriously believe
perspective. But every time
Agreed.
somebody else is talking,
I
I
initially
just
believed
imagine
we
your
could pull
character
through
like
this,
getting
but-
in front of people like as they talk, because it's like it's.
Make sure this doesn't happen
I
again.
wonder what discussions they
Any
had there at
arguments
Bethesda.
against?
Like,
Yeah.
well, this doesn't make
Yes,
sense.
on the fact
Yeah.
that I'm
Just from your
innocent and
perspective, you
completely
watch
capable
everybody
of
at the
doing
table
it.
talk.
Again, I
you
think
know?
every
Let's leave
weird
that
thing
to
in this game is a decisive
All in
choice.
favor?
Yeah.
They made a choice on.
I
I had a feeling this would go
Yeah,
my
you did.
way.
Traitors, all of you.
Well, there you have it. And now, since you're
Ularu.
no longer a part of this board, I'm going
It's not
to
hard.
have to ask
This isn't over.
I think it is for you.
for you.
To think I had high hopes for you.
Now, Masako. Don't go taking out your shortcomings on our operative.
I work the night shift a lot, and I have a full
Enough with your
spectrum sun simulating lamp. It's a game changer. Wow.
I don't care what anyone says or what the evidence is. I know you're behind this.
The camera switches is like watching a tennis match. Pickle Joystick, thanks for gifting 3 subs.
Again.
Appreciate you.
Good job, Pickle Joystick. Thank you.
Security. Why don't you escort Masako to her office? I'm sure law enforcement will be looking for her soon anyway. Now, let's get back to business. So, any arguments for the acquisition?
Redeem Shawshank, which Mike used to think was Redeem Sandshark, says, we just ruined this woman's life for no reason because Mike was fed up.
Hey, I got here too and I didn't like her attitude, so it's not even about Mike.
In the future. Plus,
Unless
with
you're
their
talking about the
current
character.
situation, Infinity Ltd. will be more affordable than ever.
Legal ramifications are a certainty, but the benefits far outweigh the disadvantages.
Thank you for addressing me, Alexis.
Yeah.
Arguments against?
That shows respect.
None. All right. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Excellent. Not bad for my first.
Barry Smash, thanks for gifting out
Does
5
anyone
subs,
have
Barry
anything else
Smash.
to bring to the table
Appreciate you very, very much, Barry and Pickle Joystick.
The internal neuroamp is exactly what ensures Ryujin's success for the next decade or so. What makes you think we'd shelve it?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's
Whichever
right.
one of these characters
Regardless
brings
of
me
the
pizza
pros,
is the one I
the
agree
cons
with.
are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
The moment the public gets wind of the true capabilities of this tech, we're gonna suffer severe backlash.
Fine, but just know how much it pains me to do this. All in favor of shelving the internal...
Aye.
Aye.
And all against?
Nay.
Looking like Cousin Id from Addams Family. Just haircut.
But as soon as we can determine proper rules and regulations, we...
Sabotage, thanks for gifting out a sub,
I
Sabotage.
almost hate to ask now, but are there any
Jay Shaw
other
says
matters to
Starfield,
bring
hot
forth?
corporate board meeting action. I never saw this on my playthrough.
No.
You can do whatever you want in this game.
Meeting adjourned.
Yeah, great job, Mike.
Fucking
That's
tattoo.
done. Let's talk to the new CEO that we just put in place.
Do you guys want me to bring you food? Or do you want to go get it?
I'll get up.
Little
I'll get up.
I'll go
like
get it.
stretch?
Okay, cool.
Do you want to put on standby then?
It's hard to believe Masako...
You want to jump in for a sec, Kev, or I can?
No more Masako.
Yeah,
I can go till somebody else is ready or whatever.
Well done.
It's whatever you want.
Of course, we're now acquiring.
Yeah, if you guys, if the two of you, that'd be awesome.
I'll leave that mess for the others to handle.
When do y'all think Mike is waking up? Good question.
That's a great question.
Here at Ryujin.
I hope he's asleep until like 6, because he lives close by.
I think he's asleep because there's like a motion detector if anybody walks through the kitchen and it hasn't gone off in quite some time.
It takes guts for someone in your position to go up against
You don't think
the
he's
CEO.
watching,
And Masako never saw it
is that show he was excited for? Oh, One Piece?
Oh, he could be, I guess.
I hope he's not.
But he's usually
That
like,
attitude.
if he's doing
No,
something, he's
I'm
getting
also
water in the
promoting
kitchen.
you to
Like,
senior.
he's getting picked up somewhere.
I feel like, you know, having
As a
done
senior op,
a fair amount
you
of
now have
things.
personal
I got a personal office.
mission board access.
Oh, nice!
To work on your
I can't believe you're
mission board
committing
will
to
hold any available assignments.
What are you committing to?
I put this woman in power of a CEO here of Ryujin.
No more
No,
dogs.
playing the Ryujin or whatever it is, like storyline.
Hey man, let's see it all the way.
Any
Like,
questions?
I feel like Mike's been like hate playing it for like the last like 4 or 5 hours.
Ashley?
With the mission board.
Is this one that he
I'll
hates?
admit,
No, that's
you helped
Sarah,
me
I
below
think.
the
Yeah, we
belt.
ditched Sarah.
You
Oh,
did
Ashley's-
Sarah.
Yeah.
If you want to take some time
Do you think
off,
she's okay?
I get it.
Yo, yeah, she's fine. She's at the lodge.
You still have a
Crutchell
job.
says that Mike's
Right.
at home watching Oppenheimer on his Apple.
All right, there you go, Kev.
Oh, all right.
Keep the ship straight for a little bit.
Oh, no promises.